Welcome back to my channel, you guys. Tonight, I'm getting a little cozy. I have a gorgeous fireplace with some Christmas music going. Got my Christmas tree on and a cup of my Christmas tea my friend just sent me. I thought I'd give it a try. And I kind of just wanted to talk to you guys for a few minutes. So, I had a video planned and it was a really cute video about like Christmas traditions and stuff like that. And it just got really hard to make the last couple days. And the reason for is I'm not feeling it, you guys. Like, I just can't. I can't make myself feel up to it. And this kind of brings up a lot that's been going around lately is like being sad at Christmas time, or being just blue, or even having depression at Christmas time. So a lot of things like that come up around this time of the year, especially for me. I haven't really talked about it a lot on this channel, and a lot of you are new, so you probably don't know, but my mother passed away when I was 16, so I, for a very long time, did not like Christmas. And it wasn't that like Christmas was her favorite holiday or anything. It was just generally all the happy people, all like the hubby-bubby stuff, just going out and doing stuff, and all the hustle and bustle of Christmas time. It just got to be overwhelming when you're already dealing with the loss of a mother. So for a long time, I didn't like Christmas. I was kind of called a Scrooge for a couple years there. And it really didn't start until I was married and had kids of my own that I really started enjoying the holidays again. But I do have depression. I deal with it not on a daily basis, but it does come up every once in a while. And right now, I'm having a moment. I'm having a moment of I think it's like seasonal depression as well, because inversion sucks, you guys. It's so cold where I live that the air pollution can't get us into the atmosphere and escape, so it just sits on top of us like a dome. And it's so hazy and foggy and disgusting, and you're just breathing in gray cloud smoke. So add that on top of like, seasonal depression. It really sucks. So I'm dealing with that. I'm also dealing with just like, I let myself get really overwhelmed. I kind of took on more than I wanted to this year for Christmas. Just like buying for a lot of more people than we usually do. Going out and shopping more often than we usually do. I destroyed our Christmas budget, which really put me in a crappy mood, because we worked really hard to make a really good budget the last couple months, and we've stuck to it pretty tightly, and I thought we were doing good, and I just destroyed it. And then I spent a lot of money on shipping. That goes into account. So just not really feeling it, not feeling very happy about everything that's going on. And it's been going on about 2 days, so I want to talk about it. So for me, depression feels like you're in an ocean, right? And normally, all the time, you're just kind of like surfing in the ocean. That's great. You're bobbing, your body's surfing, you're doing the waves, and then they get bigger, and they get bigger, and they get bigger, and they're just crashing down on you. And you just feel like you can't get your head above the water. And I don't feel like I'm suffocating, but I just feel like no matter what I do, no matter how hard I try, I can't get above that water. And it's just so exhausting to me. And that's one of my biggest signs, is if I know that I'm getting into a depressional state, is that I'm getting more and more tired, I'm getting more and more lethargic, I'm getting more and more exhausted for no reason. Nothing's changed. I'm not more busy. I don't have more stuff on my plate. I'm just feeling more tired. I either know I have a sickness coming on, or I'm starting to deal with my depression. So that's one sign. For me, when my depression was at its worst, I would just sleep all the time. I wouldn't want to get up. I wouldn't want to go see friends. I wouldn't want to do anything. I would just want to sleep all the time. And it kind of peaked in college, unfortunately, which is not a good time. It's kind of how I'm feeling right now. Like, I'm just feeling like really tired, really lethargic, really over it. And just not feeling like I want to be involved in anything. I kind of feel like everyday things are more exhausting to me. And it also could be that like I have a head cold too right now. Like, I'm just not getting over a head cold. It's been a couple days getting over this head cold. I'm on the tail end of it, so like everything's like coming up. But it's just like, I'm just tired of not being able to breathe at night. I'm tired of being able to taste my food. Like, I don't even want coffee right now. Like, coffee, just the thought of coffee is like too much for my stomach and too much for my taste buds to think. So I've been on like really bland tea for like 3 days. So it's just a crappy season to be in. And what I've learned with having depression as long as I've had, because it's been well over 10 years. I got diagnosed with depression when I was 18. 10 years that I've had depression. So one of the things that I find helps me the most is that I acknowledge that I have it. Like, hey, I'm going through a moment here. And not being ashamed of that. Like, I am owning that I am a person with depression. It's in my brain. It's a chemical imbalance that I have in my brain. There's nothing I can do about it. I can't exercise more. I can't clean up my diet more. I can't go on nature hikes. I can't, juice fast. Nothing that you throw at me is going to help me with this. And that's one of the most frustrating things, when people are like, oh, I have a cousin who has depression and she became a vegan and she's never had depression again. I don't care that your cousin, Sally, had depression and she's now a vegan and she doesn't eat dairy. Leave my cheese alone. I think that's the thing, is that another thing that bothers me about that is like when people try to diagnose your depression and tell you how you should deal with it. Like, really? Me too. I'm 31 years old. You don't think I know how to deal with this? You don't think I know what's right for me? Really? Please tell me. Sit down in all your knowledge and please tell me how you, the layperson of the world, knows how I should be dealing with my depression. Another thing I want to get out there is I'm in no danger to myself. I know my depression. I know what it is. I know what my triggers are. I know when I'm having an episode. I know what to do when I have an episode, or I know when it has. I also know the biggest thing that I know about my depression is when to ask for help. And I think that's what everyone needs to know. If you're depressed, that's fine. It's going to happen. Not everyone is going to be happy glory all the time. And if yours is a little more intense, and if you really do have depression, that's fine. No one's going to judge you here for that. That's not what I'm here for. What I'm here for is to listen, to be an outlet, to be an advocate for you. And if you need help, seek that help. I know with my depression, it's gotten to the point where a couple times I have sought help with my depression. On top of having depression, I was also diagnosed by a therapist a few years ago to possibly having PTSD from some stuff that happened in my childhood. So as well as having PTSD, signs of my depression is I started having flashbacks, and they put themselves into like a nightmare scenario. So if I start having more and more nightmares, and then I'm starting to having more episodes of depression, I know those two trigger signs together are classic that I need to go back into therapy. And I am the biggest advocate for therapy. I think everyone should be in therapy. I think you definitely need to have a therapist on call. There will be years when I don't go to therapy. Like, I honestly think the last time I went to therapy has been probably 5 years. I've done really good. I've had a really good run. I've been really healthy and really happy. So I haven't had a need to go. But if it ever got to the point where like my depression and my PTSD start flaring up together, I know to ask for help. And my first help is my husband. He's the first person I go to. And then him and I together figure out a game plan of how I'm going to go and get professional help. So that's also something I want to put out there for you. Get an advocate that's going to help you. Not only do I have my husband, but I also have some really great friends. I have amazing friends who, for no reason at all, lift my spirits and just make me the happiest person. I've had 2 friends today alone that have sent me encouraging, amazing messages over Facebook. One of them knew I was having a hard time and struggling, and one of them had no clue. She just did it because she's a good person. And those 2 people together have made my day so much better and have made me happier. And I can already feel the depression starting to lift. I can already feel that, like, okay, I'm in day 3 of this stuff. It's kind of time to get myself out of this situation. So I'm really happy with the way that's going. So, you know, I know that this isn't going to last forever, and I know that this is just a season of life that I'm in. I know that this depression is going to lift in the next few days. I'm going to get right back into my Christmas spirit. I'm going to be excited. I'm going to be happy to be with my girls. I'm going to be so excited to see them open presents on Christmas morning. It's just going to be amazing. But I wanted to sit down and let you guys know it's okay to be sad at Christmas time. You don't always have to be happy. And if you're not happy right now, and if you aren't sure of what to do, there are a million resources out there. Please find one that works for you. If it's talking to a friend, if it's watching a YouTube video, whatever it is, find something that's gonna help you. And please, if you need it, ask for help. We all care about you. This channel was originally started on a Facebook page, and it was for people who were dealing with the loss of a mother. I originally started this years ago because I was so heartbroken over losing my mother that I wanted to start a self-help group. And then it kind of just developed into another passion that I had, which is YouTube. So originally, you know, we were all just trying to help each other get through some sucky times in life. And I hope that you can still come here for that. So that's my video for today, guys. I hope you guys liked it. Please leave some comments and some encouraging words for each other. Lift each other up. Be an advocate for each other. Be good to one another. It's Christmas after all. Alright guys, I will catch you in my next video.